Hi there. I want to do a video on similar triangles, and in particular, what makes two triangles similar, and what does that actually mean? Well, I hope you recall that congruent triangles means that they're the same shape and same size. So congruent means same shape and same size. And there's a lot of hype in the geometry high school math curriculum about how great congruent triangles are, and there's all sorts of good proofs about them and things like that, but I'm not all that interested right now. The interesting thing about notation is congruent is equal and similar. So what is similar? Similar just means, first of all, it's this nifty little symbol, which you can find on your keyboard right to the left of the number 1. But similar means that it's the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. All right, so it has the same shape. So I hope you're fluent with parallel lines, and we're going to see what you can do with it. So what I'm going to do here is I have parallel lines, and AB is parallel to CD. I'm just going to tell you that right now, and I'll even state that over here. AB is parallel to CD. And remember, I put the little bar over the top to indicate that I'm talking about the line or the line segment. And really, I should put arrows if I'm talking about lines, but that's fine. So if I draw this line, and then I draw this line, all right? So let's call this JK and JL, all right? We'll say it's Ray JK and Ray JL, and it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But what I do want you to notice is that here, and I'll call this, goodness me, I'm going to be introducing all sorts of notation here. We'll call that RS, we'll call this T and U, all right? So JK intersects AB at R, and JL intersects AB at S. And I don't want to get too much into this, but that's good to always point out. Take a look at this. I hope you recall that angle JRS is going to be congruent to angle JTU. And the reason why is because they are corresponding angles formed by a transversal and parallel lines. Now, once we know that, if I take a look at, I'm going to take a look at two triangles. I'm going to take a look at angle triangle JRS, and I'm going to take a look at triangle JTU. Right now, I know that this angle is congruent to that angle. I also know that angle J is congruent to angle J. So I can say angle RJS is congruent to angle TJU. Oh my goodness. Angle TJU. And that's significant because if you recall, a triangle only has so many degrees. So let's say that this is 50 degrees, and this is 70 degrees. It means that this has to be 60 degrees. Well, I just said that this angle is congruent to this angle, so that's also 50, which means that this angle has to be congruent to this angle, because of the reflexive postulate. Both angles must be 70 degrees. Therefore, this angle also must be 60 degrees. And therefore, the two triangles have exactly the same shape because their angles are the same. The best way to think about this is if you buy a bicycle, and then you decide that you're going to buy another bike, but it's a little bit smaller than your bike, you'll probably want the two bikes to be, let's say you have an adult bike and you buy a kid's bike, but they're exactly the same, just different sizes. You'd expect all the angle measurements to be exactly the same, right? Same exact bike, just different shape, different size. That's all. So the two triangles are congruent, or not congruent. The two triangles are similar, and we did that. And actually, so all you need to prove that two triangles are similar is that you need to prove that two of the angles prove two angles are congruent to the corresponding pair corresponding pair of angles in another triangle. And the third angle is given to you for free. This angle, we didn't prove anything about that angle, and it was given to us for free. By the way, we could have proved it because, take a look, this angle is also congruent to this angle because of corresponding angles, because of parallel lines in the transversal. So that's all there is to that. Let's see how much time we have. I have a couple more minutes. So once you prove that the two triangles are congruent, there's something that you get out of this as well, and this is actually kind of nice. Once you prove that the two triangles are, not congruent, similar, you can show that their corresponding sides are also going to be in proportion. So I can say Rj over Tj is equal to Js over Ju, and that's also equal to Rs over Tu. And I'm going to do a tiny bit of work on another video, and it speaks directly to proportions. So if you're looking for another video on this that talks about this idea, look for similar triangles and proportions. All right?